So in this part of the training series, I'm going to be showing you how to do your off-page SEO, basically getting backlinks to your website. Now, these are not going to be any old backlinks. Oh no, these are going to be high authority backlinks that Google absolutely loves, and the end result of this is that you're going to get really high rankings when you use these type of backlinks. And not only that, but I'm going to show you how to get an unlimited supply of these high authority backlinks, meaning that you can just keep sending these backlinks to your web page until you're ranked right at the top in the first position for the keyword that you want to rank for. So this is how to do your off-page SEO and get top rankings in Google. I'll see you there. Before we begin today's training, I just want to briefly touch on the best type of links to get. So when you get these links, you're going to get the best possible performance and rank on the first page of Google. And this is obviously going to get you more traffic and make you more sales. So without further ado, let's begin. So the question is, what are the best type of backlinks to get for optimal SEO performance? Well, the first thing that I always go for are contextual links. In fact, these are the only type of links that I get ever. So I don't bother with any other type of links but contextual links. And the reason for that is that these are the most powerful links that you can get because Google really trusts and see these links as authority links. And the reason for that is because they're also known as editorial links, meaning that they are recommended by the article writer or the site owner. And that's why Google puts a lot of weight behind contextual links. Now, if you don't know what contextual links are, basically they're just links weaved into the actual post itself. Hence why they're known as editorial links, because they're actually put there by the editor of the website, the article writer, or the site owner, or whoever is running the site. So as you can see, this is a blog post that I've pulled off the internet, and you can see that the links are weaved into the actual body of the post itself. And I've highlighted all the links in the post as contextual links. And this is why I recommend these links. And like I said, I don't go for any other links but contextual links. And I recommend that you actively go for contextual links as well. Now, the second thing that you need to look out for is that you want to be actively getting do follow links. Now, if you get no follow links, that's fine. It's going to do your site no harm whatsoever. However, no follow links have zero SEO value whatsoever. So they're not going to help with ranking your site at all. But here's the thing, they can indirectly rank your website higher. And the reason for that is if somebody clicks on a no follow link to your website and they like your site, and they may share it on Facebook, Twitter, or on a social media website, and somebody may pick up on it and use your website as a resource, and you get a backlink that way. So as you can see, they can help you with SEO indirectly but not directly. So what we need to be doing is actively getting do follow links, which I'm going to show you how to do that later on in the training. Now, the third thing that we need to do is to make sure that the links that we do get have a low OBL. So what is OBL? Well, it stands for outbound links. So when we're getting links, we want to make sure that they have a low outbound links. If they have a high outbound link, that link will be considered spammy. So here's a quick example. As you can see, if you've got your link on a web page that has tons and tons of links, hundreds of links, or even thousands of links, what happens is that all the SEO value on that page will get divided between all the links on that page. And what happens in this case is that you would get little to no SEO value whatsoever. So we want to keep the outbound link ratio as low as possible. Now, the fourth thing that we need to look out for is that we want to make sure that our backlinks have all a unique C-class IP address. This is something that nobody ever looks into. Hardly anyone does this, but it's a really, really important thing to consider when getting backlinks, because you can get thousands of backlinks from high SEO metric websites, but if they all share the same C-class IP address, then what will happen is that Google will count the backlink that has the most powerful SEO value and ignore all the other backlinks. So I'm going to show you how to check your backlinks to make sure that they all have their own C-class IP addresses, and how to avoid getting backlinks that all share the same C-class IP address as well. And obviously you want to make sure that you're getting backlinks that have an extremely high SEO metrics. Now there's a few SEO metrics that you want to be looking out for. The two that I mainly go for are trust flow and page authority. Now trust flow is the one that I primarily work with, and this seems to be the most accurate indicator to tell if the backlink has any value and if it will help you to get ranked. Now if you can't go by trust flow for whatever reason, then we can fall back on page authority. So if you get a backlink that has a high page authority, then that's generally going to give you a really good ranking as well. But like I said, trust flow is a more accurate way of telling whether that backlink is going to give you value. But like I said, you can always fall back on page authority, and I'll be touching on all this later on in this video in the training. So the question is, which are the best type of links? So there's blog comments, there's wiki links, all that, but the ones that I always go for are private blog networks. And if you get these type of links, they're always going to be the best type of links, because they all have the following traits that I've been touching on, and they're going to get you the best possible ranking. So what I'm going to be doing in the next part of the video, I'm going to be showing you how to get these and the best possible links. And I'll give you a quick heads up, there's a lot of junk sellers out there, but I'm going to show you how to navigate the junk sellers and find the good ones that sells you really powerful links at really affordable prices. So that's said and done, I'll see you in the next part of the video. So you know the best type of links to get. What we need to do now is to actually go and get those links. Now there's plenty of places where you can get backlinks from, but my go-to place at this moment in time is a website called SEOclerks.com. Now if you don't know what SEOclerks.com is, it's basically a marketplace solely designed for outsourcing SEO related activities, and of course backlinking is one of those things. Now like all marketplaces, there's going to be good sellers and there's going to be bad sellers, just like any other marketplace out there. But I'm going to show you how to navigate around this marketplace so you find the good sellers that sell quality links at affordable prices, so you can get the results that you want. So the first thing that you need to do is to go and create a free account at SEO Clerks. Then once you've done that, what we need to do then is to start looking for the things that we talked about in the last video. Now the two main things that we need to include in our searches is private blog network and trust flow. So you can put in any variations of them. So you can put in private blog network, high trust flow, or you can put in PBN, which is an abbreviation for private blog network, and high TF, which would be an abbreviation for trust flow. So any variations of them, and they should bring up, you know, all the results that you need. So I've already done that. I've put in private blog network TF. So we'll go with the first one, we'll check the first one out, have a look at this, and what you need to do here is to read the listing to see if it tick all the boxes. So as we can see, it's a 25 PBN backlinks, and the metrics that are given away is DA, PA in between 10 to 30. Now DA is domain authority and PA is page authority, but like I said, my preferred metric that I like to go by the most is TF, which is trust flow. Now CF is citation flow, and that refers to the quantity of links, and TF refers to the quality of links, so keep that in mind. Me personally, I don't put a lot of weight into CF, because you can literally get thousands or even millions of backlinks, but if they're absolute junk backlinks, then they're going to do you no favors whatsoever. So that's why I tend to pay more attention to the TF rather than the CF. But if you speak to other SEOs, they're going to probably pay more attention to it, but me personally, I don't. So what you need to do is to read through the listing and see if it ticks all the boxes or not. So if it meets all the criteria that I mentioned in the last part of the video, then what you need to do is then go and message them. So you click on contact, and what you want to do is use this pre-written message. So the headline would be questions regarding your service. So we'll put that into the subject there, and we'll use this pre-written email swipe. Copy that and paste it in like so. And what you do here is, hi, I was looking at your offer, and then you would paste in the link to the listing, which you can get up right here. Paste it in like so, and you go, I have a few questions regarding your service, which are: 1, are these Web 2.0 sites? Now, this is really important, and I think a lot of people drop the ball when it comes to this. You do not want to buy links from Web 2.0 sites. Now, that's not to say that they're bad links and they're going to penalize your website or anything like that. They're fine links. They're okay links. But the problem is that there is an extreme finite amount of Web 2.0 sites, meaning that there's an extreme limited amount available. There's probably 100, maybe 200, probably more. I don't know, but there's an extremely limited amount. And all the people who are selling backlinks from Web 2.0 properties, they're all using the exact same websites. And if you remember what I said in the previous training, we don't want to keep getting links that are using the same C-class IP addresses. Otherwise, Google will only count the most powerful backlink and ignore all the rest, even if you've got thousands of these backlinks from these same Web 2.0 properties. So what we want to make sure that they actually own these websites, and it's on their server or on a server that they run or manage or something like that. So we get a very diverse range of unique C-class IP addresses. So that's really important. So if they say no, they are Web 2.0 properties, then we don't want to buy links from there. Number 2 is, do all your sites have their own unique C-class IP addresses? Now, I've just kind of touched on this, but in this case, you've got to make sure that their blog network are not using all the same C-class IP addresses. In fact, I've had people and sellers use the same C-class IP addresses for their entire blog network, and if that's the case, once again, it's going to be an absolute waste of time. Like I said previously, Google's only going to count the most powerful backlink SEO wise and then ignore all the rest. Even if you've got hundreds or thousands, if they're all on the same C-class IP address, they're a waste of time, and we need to check that, which we'll be touching on in just a minute. And number 3 is, does this apply to the sites in the extra sections too? So if we go down here, we'll see the extra sections. Now, what I've found out when I've been ordering backlinks from SEO clerks is that the listing that they advertise up here is for the actual listing. And when you go down to the extra sections, these are generally extremely poor quality backlinks. They're generally always hosted on the same C-class IP address, and the SEO metrics like the trust flow, domain authority and all that, they're all extremely low, and they tend to be poor quality backlinks. So asking them this, we'll be able to find out whether or not it's worth getting the extras or not. But like I said, the vast majority of these sellers on SEO clerks, their extras are poor quality, but it's worth asking nonetheless. And then number 4 is, do you actually own this private blog network, or are you just a reseller for it? Now, something that I found out when buying backlinks from SEO clerks is that there's a lot of sellers who don't actually own the private blog network. They're actually resellers, and all these resellers are selling the same blog network on SEO clerks. And once again, you don't want to keep buying links from the same websites for the reasons that I mentioned previously, because once again, you're getting backlinks from the same C-class IP addresses, and Google's only going to count the one most powerful backlink from that C-class IP address and ignore the rest. So we want to get backlinks from people who actually own their own private blog network, and it's on their own server or on servers that they own and run themselves. And then number 5 is, can I have a sample as well, please? This is really important. If they do not send you a sample, do not buy from them, because we need to double check their work. Believe it or not, a lot of these sellers are either going to A, lie to you, or B, they have no clue what they're selling and they've just been told what to tell the sellers. But we need to double check their work. So if they don't give you a sample, we don't buy from them. It's as simple as that. Now, number 6 is entirely optional, and this is only going to apply to people who are wanting to rank multiple websites at the same time. What I was doing, I was trying to rank 6 websites at the same time, and I was saying, if I get 6 websites, will you give me a discount? And all that was saying, they always turn around and go, yes, if you put in 6 orders, we'll give you another one free. And I thought, well, I've got no use for the 7th one. So what I did, I rephrased it and I said, if I make an order for 5, will you give me a discount or anything like that? And then they turn around and go, well, if you order 5, we'll give you the 6th one free. So, I kind of tricked them, but, that's what you got to do sometimes. But this one is entirely optional. So what you would do then, you would click on submit and you would move on to the next listing. Check this listing. If it ticks all the boxes, then send them a message, and you would keep rinsing and repeating this process. So you want to be sending out a ton of messages initially without paying anyone any money for any backlinking services. And what will happen, they'll start messaging you back and see what they say. Now, if they've sent you a sample, they should come with something like this. In fact, samples come in all different shapes and sizes. What some of them will do, they will just paste the URL to their blogs into the private messages. Some of them will give you a downloadable file like I'm showing you now. So they'll come in all different shapes and sizes, and some of them are going to give you a tiny sample, some of them are going to give you a sample of their entire blog network. But when you get a sample, what we need to do is to check their work and to see if they live up to their claims or not. So the first thing we need to do is to copy the sample of the URL of the blogs. So what I'm doing, I've copied that, and then what we need to do is to go to a website called Bulk Class C IP address checker. It's also ip-report.com, and if you go here, we'll be able to check to see if their private blog network have their own C-class IP addresses for each of their blogs. So we go here and we paste in the URL of their private blog network, and we click on check IP address. And this website, what it's doing right now is basically scanning the entire list of URLs and seeing what their IP address is for each of these blogs. So this will take a few seconds to do, and once it's done, we scroll down here, and as you can see, this is the entire list. So starting at right at the top, if it says N under Class C duplicate, that means it's unique. It's not sharing the same IP address or the same C-class IP address. So that's good. But if we scroll down, we've got a Y, and that means yes, it's sharing a C-class IP address with another blog within this list. So if there's one there, there's going to be another one at least. So we keep going down. They're all unique, they're all unique, they're all unique, and there's the other one. Now, depending if the price is right and the SEO metrics are good, I would be happy with that. It doesn't have to be 100% unique, just as long as the vast majority of the sites have their own unique C-class IP address, that's completely fine. So if the price is right for this service and the metrics are good, I would be happy with that. But there's going to be times where sellers will say, yes, all my websites have their own C-class IP addresses, and then when you check the sample, they've all got the same IP address. I kid you not. This is why we need to check their work and their claims. Now, the second thing that we need to do is to check the TF, which is the trust flow. So what you do here is to go to a website called Majestics, and I think you may need to create a free account. So go create a free account here, and then you'll get a search bar on the home page. You would paste in one of the URLs from the blog network, and it will give you the metrics here. And as you can see, it's given us the trust flow and the citation flow. And like I said, the trust flow is the quality of links that website is getting. So 22 is good. It all depends on the price, what they're charging. Obviously, the higher the trust flow, generally the higher the price. So there's nothing wrong with going with a trust flow 10, providing the price is right. And then citation flow is the quantity of backlinks. And like I said, some SEOs pay attention to it. Me personally, I don't give that a lot of weight. I'm all about trust flow here. So if the metrics check out, then you can go and get that listing. Now, if you want to check every single one of them, so you would go in there and you'd paste it in there and then check all the URLs. The only problem with doing that is that majestic.com will only let you do this about 2 or 3 times a day. After that, you have to upgrade to their paid service. Now, a way around this is using another website called Bulk SEO Checker, and you can find that at bulkseochecker.com. And what you would do, you would paste in 10 websites. So if I go back here and grab the first 10, copy that, paste it in like so, and then click on check website metrics. And what Bulk SEO Checker will do, will scan all the websites for all the metrics. And not only are you going to get the TF, the trust flow, but you're going to get other metrics as well. So you're going to get the domain authority, you're going to get the page authority, you're going to get the citation flow as well, and things like that. So once this is done, we can check it out. You can see the trust flow here. So it's 13, 14, 13, 13, 14, 13, 13, 14, 6, 11. And like I said, you know, depending if the price is right, I would be happy to order from that, because from the list, from what I've seen so far, the vast majority of the websites have their own unique C-class IP addresses, and the trust flow seems adequate. So if the price is right, I would go for this package. So what I want you to do right now is to go through SEO Clerks, find a load of gigs that ticked all the boxes from what I mentioned in the last part of the video, send them a load of messages and check their work. And once you've ordered a few gigs, I'll see you in the next part of the video. Another place where you can get backlinks from is a website called Fiverr.com. Now, I don't think I'm revealing any secret resources or anything like that, because Fiverr.com is a very well-known website. But the reason why I bring this up is because a lot of people, especially SEO guys as well, who do SEO for a living, they really do pan Fiverr.com, and they say they sell terrible backlinks and they're going to get your website penalized and things like that. But some of the best backlinks I've ever bought when it comes to SEO is from Fiverr.com. And I think the problem is that a lot of people buy the wrong type of backlinks. They buy these Web 2.0 backlinks, they buy these fancy link pyramid backlinks which are built on Web 2.0 and profile links and things like that, which are basically just absolute junk backlinks, and they get no results whatsoever. But if you know what you're looking for, which I've shown you the exact criteria and the things that you need to look for when getting awesomely powerful backlinks, then Fiverr.com is going to be an absolute awesome resource for you, because there's some really good quality sellers that are going to sell you some top-notch backlinks that are going to really help you get ranked. So when you're on Fiverr.com, all you got to do is just use the exact same method that I taught you in the last part of the video. So you would go on and do a search for private blog networks that have a high trust flow. You want to send all the sellers the same message that I showed you in the last video, and you need to check their work as well, because just like SEO Clerk or like any marketplace, there's going to be good sellers sellers and there's going to be bad sellers. But you've got the skills now on how to weed out the good from the bad. So what I want you to do is to also look for some sellers on Fiverr.com, message them and order some gigs on there as well. And once you've done that, I'll see you in the next part of the video. Hey guys, it's James here, and a massive thank you for watching this part of the training. Now, if you've got any questions about what was taught in this particular part of the method, then please leave a question down below and I will get back to you personally and answer your question for you. I'm always here to help, because I want to help you get the results that you're after. Now, if you enjoyed the video, I would super appreciate it if you hit the like button. Plus, if you want to be notified when I'm posting on this YouTube channel, my future training, then hit subscribe and give that bell a good old ding as well. Now, if you're ready for the next part of the training, there should be a thumbnail that will magically appear somewhere. Give that a good old click and you'll be instantly redirected to the next part of the free training in this series. Now, if that's not there for whatever reason, then don't worry, I've got your back covered. I've got some more free training in the description box, and it's basically a method on how to make money online using free methods, and it's 100% free to access. But that said, I would recommend to go through this series first, and once you've completed this series of training, then I would go and check out this other free course that I've got for you. That said and done, whichever path you choose, I'll see you in the next part of the training. See you there.